streaming. All right, welcome in, everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Tim Sims. Getting things kicked off. Season number 13 for these guys. Starting off with the fixed series. Race number 1 every night fixed series for these guys. They are at Volusia to start the season. They will be headed to Charlotte as soon as this one's over. Joining me in the booth tonight, as usual, Mr. Dominic Santina. Dominic, welcome, buddy.
Thank you, Roger. Glad to be back after a nice week off. We're ready to start season 13 out here at Volusia.
Yeah, I think the guys are ready too. Server pretty full. Trying to figure it out. Right around 46 360 sprint cars. You got everybody ready to kick the new season, run for the points title here. I figure out why my bit rate is down so far, but I'll have to do that between. I'm already in the middle of this one, so it is what it is. These guys getting ready. Getting ready to end the practice session and go on. While they are in their qualifying, we will get ready to do our pre-race festivities.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's
Advance the session.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh, I went through all that with the mic muted. Wow. Ready to kick the season off, Dom?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I turned the mic off while I was trying to fix that. Forgot to turn it back on. Went through that whole lineup. All right. Pace truck went in. Steinke found the loud pedal. He's going to take us down through turns 1 and 2. Out in front of a battle for second between Preston and Sheridan. Sheridan comes away with the spot. Headed into turn 3. Behind that, Tyson Landis now is put the 31 machine into 4th, and Kevin Click is right behind him. Down the back stretch again, still Steinke, quarter second ahead of Sheridan. Click is 5th. Curtis Merriman, Bob Raimondo, John Klimowitz having a good battle back here, the 34 and the 53 car, and then Matt Yorker tucked in right behind them, that 83 machine. We'll go back to the front of our field. Down through turns 3 and 4, completing lap 3 of 8. Still Steinke out in front. You can see that track starting to show some wear signs already. Gonna get good and wide. This will be 2-lane racing by the time we get through the B main tonight. Halfway home, heat race number 1. Still Steinke, Sheridan, Preston, Click, your top 4. Back to Tyson Landis. Landis trying to close in. Take that 4th spot away. He'd start pole for the B main if he can do that, but he's got to get around Kevin Click first, and that's no easy task. Steinke still in front. Gap's shrunk just a little bit, under 2/10 now, as they see the 2 to go sign. No big battles on the track right now. I got to adjust that down when we go in between. Remind me to adjust my stream a little bit, Dom, in between races.
Okay, we'll do.
On the white flag lap, headed down into turns 3 and 4. Steinke looks like he's going to pick up the season opening heat race number 1 win. Michael Sheridan and Richie Preston going to the feature with him. We'll see Kevin Click, Tyson Landis, Curtis Merriman, Bob Raimondo, John Klimowitz, Matt Yorker, and Justin Williams in our consolation races. So heat race number 2. On to that. Grid this out on the front stretch here. On the pole, the Team VLR Beer Hill Gang Victory Lane Racing, number 23 from Charlestown, West Virginia, Stephen Calavoda. And on the outside of him, the Black Diamond Motorsports number 90 of Trevor Royer. Row 2 on the inside, the over-the-wall photography, Elbows Up Sim Sports, number 21 from Hanford, California, Shea Paulo. And on the outside of him, the 42 car of Emerson Axum. Row 3 inside, the Force and Wagging I-55 Lawyers, Team UDSRA, number 73 from St. Louis, Missouri, Larry Moody. And on the outside, number 106 of Chase Crowder. Row 4 inside, the 019 of Sam Price. On his outside, the 76 car of Joe Cease. And on the back row, the 09 of Lance Heinberger. Haven't seen Lance around here in a while. He decided to come back and give it a go. Good to see some guys returning. They'll pace around one more time, and we will turn it over to Mr. Santina to give us the call for heat race number 2.
All right. Thank you, Roger. Getting ready of season 13. Ready to go. Stephen Calavoda going to lead us to the green flag when they come out of 3 and 4 this time. To his outside, he is Trevor Royer, starting that front row. Working down their back strat, pace truck will pull away, and we'll go green flag racing 8 laps here in heat race number 2. Pace truck pulling off here as they exit turn 4, waiting for the green flag in the air. There it is, and Calavoda and Royer almost dead even as they come across the start-finish line to start heat race number 2. As they exit 2 down the back stretch, it was Calavoda, but Royer going to get a run into 3 and 4. We'll see if he can hold on to it as he slides up. Calavoda going to lead lap number 1. Now here comes Shea Paulo. Here comes Royer in 3rd taking a look. So it's Calavoda, Paulo, and Trevor Royer, the top 3. Those 3 would advance as they stand right now. 2 out of 8 in the book. Shea Paulo makes contact with the inside wall. Now it's going to go to the outside. That'll drop him off. So Calavoto reclaims the lead. Now here comes a slide job from Royer in 3 and 4. They're going to battle it out the line. Calavoto leads that lap. Working on halfway through heat race number 2. A lot more action here in the second heat race than what we saw in the first one. It's still Steven Calavoto out front of Trevor Royer, and we got our first caution of the night and the season here as we were about to complete lap number 4.
Yeah, this looks like maybe Shea Paulo went back. We're taking a look to see. He got on the inside there. Yeah, comma right up. Car on the outside. Sam Price there. Both cars had a little bit of problem. So those two going to take it into the infield and try to get them fixed, I think.
A little bit of a rough start for Shea Paulo here to the start of the season.
Yeah, definitely. He didn't want to have to work from the C main, I am sure. But if anybody can play alphabet soup and make it into the feature, it's probably that guy right there in the 21 car.
So we'll reset the order here as we get set. We're going to have about 4 laps go when we go green flag racing again. It's Steven Calavoto, Trevor Royer, Larry Moody, the top 3, Joe Cease in 4th, Chase Crowder 5th, Lance Heinenberger in 6th, Shea Paulo 7th, and Sam Price in 8th. We're going to go green flag racing right here as the pace truck's going to pull off.
Not this time.
One more lap. Got one more. We're going to go around one more time, make sure everything's set up.
Yeah, they'll be right at the halfway point too, Dom. So they got 4 down, 4 to go.
Yep, halfway through heat race number 2 and we go green flag racing. Larry Moody, like I said, holding on to that final transfer spot. In a good battle up front between Calavoto and Royer. See who can hold on in these final 4 laps.
Don't forget, double header tonight, guys. Race 1, the fixed series. Race 2, the open. We will take a break in between.
All right, let's try this again. Pace truck going to pull off. Green flag will be in the air this time. And Steven Calavoto pulls away from Trevor Royer as they head into 1 and 2. Halfway through heat race number 2. Calavoto gets a good gap down the backstretch heading into 3 and 4. Front 3 staying the same. It's Calavoto, Royer, and Larry Moody. 1, 2, 3. Followed closely by Joe Cease and Chase Crowder there behind Larry Moody. Working on lap 6 of 8. Coming to the flag this time. They'll see 2 to go. Calavoto's had some challenges from Royer and Shea Paulo early, but has been able to hold them off. Here on the restart, he's able to pull a pretty good gap from Royer. It might just hold suit. Royer gains a little bit of time there entering the corner. We got 1 lap left to go. Steven Calavoto working his way down the backstretch. Trevor Royer's closing, but not going to be enough time. Here they come through 3 and 4. And Steven Calavoto going to take the race win. Trevor Royer second, Larry Moody third, Joe Cease, Chase Crowder, Lance Heinenberger, Shea Paulo, Sam Price. All going to go to our LCQs.
All right, so we will get heat race number 3 gridded out. So we are moving right along here. On the pole, Mesilla Valley Transport, Wicked Cushion, Kinzer Sim Racing Team, at number 11 from Waverly, Nebraska, Cole Newhoven. On the outside of him in the Wicked Cushion 19 Designs Team Setting, number 57, the Flying Aussie, Maryborough, Queensland, Australia's Craig Dunn. Row 2 on the inside, the Tim Sims BMRS, Black Diamond Motorsports, number 1 from Pittsboro, Indiana, the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan on the outside of him. In a return, we haven't seen this guy in a long time here, the 19 car, Blake Durflinger. Row 3 on the inside, the 14 car of Jason Minat, another returning veteran to the series. And on the outside of him, the D2 Race Designs of Miles Jensen Racing, number 67 from Duluth, Minnesota, Miles Jensen. Row 4 on the inside, from Lebanon, Missouri, the 86 car of Alex Good, and next to him in the 32, Bryce Lucius. And on the back row by himself in the 70 car, going to be Jesse Dacus. So 8 more laps. Top 3 are in. We got 6 locked in the feature. We'll get 7, 8, and 9 right here. Top 2 from each one of these will be back on track in the pole dash. And they will redraw for their starting position in the pole dash. However they finish in that 6-lap pole dash will be how they start the feature. So the front half of the field in our pole dash tonight. 5 heat races, 10 cars, 20 for the feature. Lights off on the pace truck. We're going to go green this time. Heat race number 3. A lot of action in heat race number 2 as the night goes on. Expect that action to just kind of ratchet up just a little bit because the track's starting to get a little bit wider. And these guys are going to be looking for grip using the slide jobs. Pace truck going to make the hard left. Newhofen on the gas. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 3 underway. 3 wide into 1 and 2 and Dunn slid right up and almost closed the door on Newhofen. Thought better of it, gave him a little bit of space, and he's still going to come out of here with the lead out of turn 4. Newhofen with a big drive off the top. Give him lap number 1. Dunn going to fall right in behind. Now the battle is for 3rd. Hannigan's on the top. Minat is in on the bottom, the blue 14 car. Guys, battle looks like topside starting to be just a little bit quicker in 3 and 4. Oh, little contact there. Minat got onto the push bar of a little Hurricane Hannigan there. He's going to give up a spot to Blake Derflinger. Derflinger slides into the 4th position. Good battle for that 4th spot. First car out of the feature right now. Battle at the front. Dunn took a look on the inside in 1 and 2. He's going to hold that spot down to 3 and 4. Big slide job coming. Oh, Dunn tries to keep it on the bottom. That might be his demise right there. Just too much speed on the top in turns 3 and 4. Halfway home. And caution behind Derflinger. Possibly involved in this. To see him getting away quick. He was running about 5th. Up on the top side of 3 and 4. Looks pretty good there. Oh, found the wall. Car got just a little out of shape. And then he got a touch of help behind that. But nothing the trailing driver really could do in that situation. So Newhofen, Dunn, Hannigan, Minat, Alex Good, Dacus, Lucius, Jansen, and then Derflinger in that order. Jansen actually has taken his car off of the track, so he is in the 9th position right now. Don't know what happened 2 miles. Maybe he was the car that clipped Minat on the way by. I didn't catch a number when that happened. And hello to Fremont, Ohio. Thanks for tuning in, Janet. All right. Lights still on the pace truck. Yes, they are. So we'll go around one more time. They'll have 3 laps to complete. Heat race number 3. So we get a response from race control real quick. Make sure everybody's good down there. All right, lights off on the pace truck. They'll get nose to tail, single file. Leader will restart the race here out of turn 4. 3 laps to go. Heat race number 3. Newhofen, Dunn, and Hannigan, your top 3. Looks like race control is having a good one.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Good start for Newhofen. Dunn got the car just a little bit on the sideways side right there on the start, and he lost a bunch of ground. We'll see if he can use the top side. Try to get some of that back here. Craig Dunn's car vanishing. There it is. Came back for just a second. 2 to go that time. Dunn and Hannigan come out side by side in 1 and 2. Now Dunn's car solid on the screen. Gonna give chase. Closed up really, really good down the backstretch on Newhofen. The white flag is in the air one more time around. Heat race number 3 to open the season here at Volusia. Dirt Slingers, Monday Night Thunder, season number 13. And heat race number 3 looks like it's going to the 11 car of Cole Newhofen. Craig Dunn and Mason Hannigan going to the feature with him. We'll see Minat, Dacus, Good, Lucius Derflinger, and Jansen in our C and B mains. So 3 down, 2 to go. Get ready to run through the starting lineup for heat race number 4 on the pole. The Dirtco Media House, number 6 of Cody Olson. And on his outside, the Hergant Real Estate. Elbows Up Sim Sport, number 37 from Castelia, Ohio, Zane Scott. A row 2 on the inside. The Lepresto Racing, number 257 of John Lepresto. And on his outside, the 991 of Greg Lamy. A row 3 inside, the 59 Casey Gust. On his outside, the Ultimate Dirt TV Black Diamond Motorsports, number 54 from Ellington, Florida, JB John Batista. And in the 4th row on the inside, the Isabel Sim Racing, number 6 of Joe Isabel. To his outside, the Brew Crew Racing from Holt Summit, Missouri, the 43 car of Dylan Hutchison. And on the back row, the Scott King's Designs, Team SKD from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's going to be Scott King. Eight more laps, top 3 to the feature. These guys go around one more time. We will give it to Mr. Santina and let him run us through heat race number 4.
Thank you once again, Roger. We'll get set with heat race number 4. Roger gave you the lineups. Cody Olson, our pole sitter here. Top 3 once again go straight to the main. Top 2 will go to our pole dash. The rest will have to battle through our C and D mains coming up after heat race number 5. Making their way around. This time around, Pace Truck will pull away and we'll go green flag racing, hopefully, for 8 green flag laps. Hopefully we won't see a caution in this one. But hopefully we also continue to see the action we've seen in the last 2 heat races as it's ramped up a little bit, starting to wear in. There goes the Pace Truck down and away. Green flag in the air. Cody Olson on the throttle. And into turn 1 we go. Going to slide up the hill and go to the high side of turn 2 down the back stretch. Zane Scott in second. John Lepresto working that bottom line in third, taking a look to the inside of Scott down the front stretch. Now they're almost 3 wide as they go through turns 1 and 2. Zane Scott looking to the inside of Cody Olson, or excuse me, that's Cody Olson looking to the inside of Zane Scott. Contact. Around goes Cody Olson.
No caution.
Collect quite a few cars, but it's going to stay green. Zane Scott still out front with John Lepresto and now John Batista joining the battle. Those 3 out front and pulling away as we're working on lap 4 already. This time around, when they come back to the finish line, we'll be halfway through. So it's Zane Scott, then John Lepresto in second, John Batista in third, Joe Isabel in fourth, Dylan Hutchinson fifth, Greg Lamy sixth, Scott King seventh, Cody Olson eighth, and Casey Gus. Oh, Casey Gus just got around Cody Olson. They're battling back there for 8th and 9th. But it's Zane Scott now ahead of John Batista, working around on completing lap number 5, now working on lap 6. Lepresto looking to the inside of Batista there, exiting 2. He'll slide back up in line in 3rd place. As they come out of turn 4 this time, there'll be 2 laps left to go for your race leader, Zane Scott. Batista looks to the inside, can't make that inside line work in 1 and 2. We'll choose their lines through 3 and 4. White flag in the air this time for your race leader, Batista and Lepresto. We're almost side by side there coming across the line. John Lepresto has the lead for just a second there over Batista, but we'll see when it comes to the line. Checkered flag in the air. Here comes Zane Scott. And it looks like John Batista will hold on for second. John Lepresto will get it. Batista third, Isabel fourth, Hutchinson fifth, Lamy, King, Olson, and Gus rounding out the order.
Good race at the end for that final transfer spot there between second and third. Fantastic finish for those guys. We're ready to put heat race number 5 out here on the grid. On the pole, the 41 car of Logan Rumsey. To his outside, the Ultimate Dirt TV. 19 Designs, Tim Sims. Black Diamond Motorsports, number 36 from Sellersburg, Indiana, Nathan, the Lawnmower Man Davis. On the inside of row number 2, the 9 car, Jason Giblin. That is another Isabel Sim Racing entry. And on his outside, the JCI Racing Photography, number 24 from Fremont, Ohio, Alex Stoudinger. Row 3 on the inside, the overall photography, Elbows Up Sim Sport, number 72 from Milford, Ohio, Jeff Stewart. And on his outside, the On the Edge Motorsports Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, Team Edge, number 8 from Salt Lake City, Utah, Derek Layton. I actually think that is it might be the number 8. He might have changed his number. It used to be the 32. On the inside of row number 4, Shake and Bake Racing from Junction City, Kansas. He drives the 1 car, Jacob Smutson on his outside. 13 car is an Oklahoma boy. Owasso, Oklahoma, I believe it is. The 13 of Cody Kelly. And on the back row, Joel Muller in the 7 car all by himself. So 9 more cars, 3 going to the feature. Everyone else, we'll see them in the soup. Final heat race of session number 1. First points race for season number 13 right here, Dirt Slingers. Monday Night Thunder presented by Tim Sims. Edmond Trophy, Sign It Up Graphics, Black Diamond Motorsports, Wicked Cushion, eSports. And we're going to close out heat racing in session 1 right here. Pace truck makes the hard left turn. Rumsey's on the throttle. Green flag is in the air. Nathan Davis. New paint on the 36 car. He's going to come away in second. Here comes Stoudinger. Stoudinger strong off the top side of 2. Moves his way into third. Goes to the bottom in 3 and 4. Now going to put pressure on the lawnmower man. Just not able to do anything with it right there as Davis took a look on the inside of Rumsey. Jason Giblin runs in the 4th spot, right in touch with these guys. Top 4, you can toss a blanket on them. Stewart, Schmutz, Muller, Layton, and Kelly in behind that in that order. They're right now working lap number 3, and man, Stoudinger is getting big runs off the top of the corners right now, finding a bunch of momentum. Just couldn't do anything with it as Davis had the top side closed down on him. Now Davis goes top shelf out of 2. Stems the tide. Lets Stoudinger stay in line. They're all still chasing Rumsey. Rumsey's using the bottom side at both ends. And he is keeping that 41 car right against the inside fence. And he is making good headway at holding these guys off. The gap has not changed at all. 3 to go this time out of turn 4. Stoudinger licked the wall right there, but he still got the run. Got alongside, side-by-side battle, 2nd and 3rd. Davis on the top. Stoudinger on the bottom. Now Davis comes out with about a car length lead heading down into 3 and 4. Still Giblin, Stewart, Schmutz, Kelly, Muller, and Layton in behind the 3. Trouble for our leader. He clipped the infield tires right there coming out of turn 4. That's going to cost him the lead. Davis, Stoudinger, and Giblin, your top 3 right now. And Jeff Stewart is trying to make a bid for that 3rd and final direct transfer spot with a white flag flying. One more time around. The lawnmower man, Nathan Davis, out in front. Stoudinger giving chase. Jason Giblin now has company. Here comes Stewart. Giblin covers the slider line. Did he get it all the way covered? Yes, he did. Davis wins it. Stoudinger was 2nd. Giblin holds on for 3rd. Not to say that the effort wasn't there from Stewart, but Stewart, Schmutz, Rumsey, Kelly, Muller, and Layton will all be playing in the soup in just a minute. Fantastic finish to that one. We're going to get ready for the C-Main. This thing is chock full, 17 cars. There's a lot of talent already in the C-Main having to try to work their way through the alphabet soup tonight. We'll get down here and take a look at the lineup. 4 cars will transfer out of this one into the back of the B. Cody Kelly, Bob Raimondo, row 1, row 2, Shea Paulo, somebody you don't see in the C-Main very often, alongside of Bryce Lucius. Scott King and Logan Rumsey making up row 3. Rumsey leading until about 2 to go in that 5th heat race. Hits the inside barrier and has to fix the car and come into the C-Main. Klimowitz and Price in a row 4. Row 5, Derflinger and Gus. Muller and Yorker in a row number 6. Row 7 is going to be Axum and Jansen. The 8th row, Olson and Layton. And on the back row, Justin Williams. So 12 laps. Oh, Alex Good. Bad storms. He lost his power. unfortunate. So it looks like a couple of cars. Looks like Miles Jansen not able to make the call in the C main. His might be over in race number 1. Justin Williams also not able to make the call. So we're going to cut the field from 17 to 15. We'll give them 12 laps. We'll take 4 and move them into the back of the B. And when they come out of 4 the next time, we will give the call over to Dominic, and you can bring us home in the C main, bud.
All right, sounds good. That 4th spot's going to be the one to watch. See who makes their final transfer spot into the back of the B main. Like Roger said, packed with a lot of notable names here in the C main. 15 cars ready to go. We make our way on our final pace lap. Cody Kelly and Bob Raimundo going to lead us to the green flag. Making their way into 3 and 4. One more time, pace truck pulling down and away. They let it get away quite a bit.
Green, green.
And green flag in the air. Cody Kelly in the early race lead. Shea Paulo working his way up on the outside, taking a peek as they exit 2. Cody Kelly, Shea Paulo, Bob Raimundo, Logan Rumsey, the early top 4 as they come around to complete lap number 1. Shea Paulo getting a good run on that high line out of 4. Now going to try to carry it through 1 and 2. Good battle back there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Logan Rumsey, Bob Raimundo, and Bryce Lucius battling back there for that final transfer spot. 5-car breakaway up front. Shea Paulo, now your race leader, getting around Cody Kelly, using that high line. Here comes Logan Rumsey in that 3rd spot. He's going to look to do the same. Looks like that high line's the way to go here as we work way through this C main. Cody Kelly already back at 3rd spot. Bob Raimundo trying to run him down. He's going to go to that high line as well.
If you're going to run the bottom, you got to keep all 4 tires down there where it's sticky. You can't let that right rear get outside of that, or you are going to lose a ton of momentum off the exit of the corner.
Well, now we see Logan Rumsey choosing that bottom line as well, trying to track down Shea Paulo for the race lead. 0.4 of a second for Paulo over Logan Rumsey as we're working on lap 6 of 12, almost halfway through our C main already. This time by, it will be halfway through, in fact, and now we got a battle for 3rd and 4th as Bob Raimundo at the line that time got around Cody Kelly. He's going to try to hold him off as they head down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Looks like Raimundo into the 3rd spot. Now Cody Kelly going to have some trouble coming from Bryce Lucius. He's going to challenge for that final transfer spot as well. Shea Paulo still out in front of Logan Rumsey as we're working on lap number 9 now of 12, closing in on the end of our C main. Lead staying pretty much the same for your front 2. Cody Kelly still holding on to that final transfer spot. Logan Rumsey trying to make that inside line work against Shea Paulo. This time when they come out of 3 and 4, there'll be 2 laps left to go. Rumsey got a little sideways there in 3 and 4. That allowed Paulo to kind of check out a little bit. That actually doubled his lead as it's now up to 0.8 of a second. Over Logan Rumsey. Here comes Shea Paulo.
All right, man. Caution
White
out.
flag
Caution
in the
out.
air this time, but caution flag comes out just before Paulo takes that white flag.
Yeah, had he crossed that line, that probably would not have come out, as once the leader takes, there are no cautions on the white flag lap. It was John Klimowitz that tried to get in the pits there, missed, hit that big yellow water barrel, and bounced back in front of Logan Rumsey. I'm sure that scared Rumsey just about as much as when he clipped the left front tire on that concrete barrier down there, too, and that's what brought out a caution. So we're going to have a 1-lap shootout. They'll restart single file. Should be interesting. We will definitely keep an eye back on the 13 car of Cody Kelly. He's definitely going to be under fire now on the restart.
Yeah, if you're Shea Paulo, you got to feel very upset. I mean, he was just inches, if not feet, if not inches away from ending this thing under green, and now he's got a one-lap shootout here with Logan Rumsey right on his rear bumper. As you said, Roger, Cody Kelly started on the pole here for this C main. He's fell back to fourth, but he's been able to hold off Bryce Lucius for that spot. We'll see if he can hold on for one more lap.
I think if that stays green, he definitely hangs on to the fourth spot. Now he's going to have to work for it a little bit, bring these guys back closer. If he spins the tires, if he makes a mistake on the restart, then it's just he's in peril right there. He's got a bunch of good guys behind him. So Cody Olsen's still trying to get there. He's got to make up 3 spots, so don't be surprised to see that 6 car really take a couple of chances on this last lap here.
All right, we're going to get them grouped up. Pace truck down and away. Green flag in the air. On the throttle we go. Good jump for Shea Paulo. He heads it off into 1 and 2. I'm looking at this battle for 4th and 5th. Looks like Cody Kelly's got it for the time being. We'll go into 3 and 4. One more shot. Contact made between Bryce Lucius and Cody Kelly. Coming out of it, looks like it's going to be waiting for scoring.
Joel Muller
will take that final spot.
So neither one of them transferred through.
Lucius took his shot. It didn't pay off in the end. Shea Paulo takes the win. Logan Rumsey second. Bob Raimundo third. Joe Muller will advance to the B main. The rest of them will have to wait for race number 2 here later on tonight.
And I am sure there is going to be a meeting at the pit shack over that one, so we'll wait to see what comes out of that. But right now, we got 18 cars scheduled to be in our B main, 14 laps, and only the top 5 will remain at the end of this one. They will transfer into the back of our feature race. On the pole, going to be Kevin Click, Joe Cease on his outside. Jason Minat, Joe Isabel, row 2. Row 3, Jeff Stewart and Tyson Landis. Row 4, Chase Crowder and Jesse Dacus. The 5th row will be Dylan Hutchison and Jacob Schmutz. Curtis Merriman, Lance Heinberger, making up row number 6. Row 7, Alex Good, Gregory Lamy. Row 8, Shea Paulo, you saw him come through from the C, brought Logan Rumsey, Bob Raimundo, and Joel Muller with him, and they will round out the field. So interesting finish to that one. I am quite certain that there will be some discussion going on, probably in the big yellow trailer in the infield, about that last lap deal. And there will probably be a little ramifications come out of that at some point. Race control will be handling that. We're ready to do B main right here, right through the evening, boys. It has moved along quickly.
I could hear you sigh as I was calling that.
Yeah, I saw it coming when they headed for turn 3, and I could just see what was going to happen. You know it's coming. You hope it doesn't, and when it does, it's not as deflating as it is exasperating, I suppose. But you know those things are going to happen. I mean, everybody wants to transfer and try to make it into the show. There are times when you go for it, and there are times when you save equipment. That was probably not the time to go for it. A C-Main probably isn't that choice, but hey, sometimes you just throw it in there and see what sticks and deal with the consequences after. We're ready to go racing B-Main, 14 laps, top 5. Go to the A-Main. Everybody else done for session number 1. Pace truck is about to make the hard left, and Kevin Click is going to get us started out of turn number 4. Here we go, B-Main underway. Click got a great jump, and Minat wasted no time getting right in behind him. They are going to lead us through 1 and 2. And head down the backstretch. Jeff Stewart, I see his car into the 3rd spot. Joe Isabel in the 4th spot, and up on the top side looks like Joe Cease trying to hang on to a transfer spot. 1 down, working lap number 2, and that's your top 5. Still the same. 6th on back. Here comes Tyson Landis, the 31 car, that black machine. Really quick up off of turn 2, and he's going to put a little pressure on Cease, but he couldn't make it stick. And he allows Joe Cease to find a little bit of breathing room into 1 and 2. Now, Landis under fire. Chase Crowder, the 106 machine, a new driver to the league and the series, trying to work his way into his first feature in his first appearance here. He sits in 6th, right behind Cease. Cease in behind Isabel. Minat in 3rd. Stewart now up to 2nd. And he's chasing down Kevin Click. So, back to the 5th place car, the black and white car, the 99 machine right there. That's our final transfer spot. Working lap number 5. Still about 9.5 to go. Leaders in 3 and 4 already be 9 to go this time by. So we see Cease got a little bit of breathing room, picked up about 2 car lengths down the backstretch that time. Right back down the inside, Dylan Hutchison trying to get around Crowder that time. Stuck his nose in there, pumped the brakes. Not enough room to make the move. And nothing has changed up at the front. It is still Click, 6/10 ahead of Stewart. Minat, about 6/10 behind that. That's the closest battle on the track right now. 3rd and 4th, both cars in the feature if they can keep all 4 wheels on the ground and keep them out of each other. And Joe Cease holding on to Ville. Here comes Dacus, and Cease finds the fence. Cease is upside down. We watched it live. We really don't need to go back to a replay. I think he just got way too close to the outside wall. He found one of those bumps up there, and it just pulled the car to the right. Let's see if maybe if we rewind this, catch the he clipped that piece that sticks out, and that got him out of shape. We'll get this from our chase cam here. Got to see that one live and in color. So Click, Stewart, Minette, Isabel, Dacus, your top 5. Then Crowder, Hutchison, Paulo, Merriman, Lamy, Landis, Raimundo, Heinberger, Muller, Schmutz, Cease, and Rumsey both off the track. So 15 cars still in this one, right at the halfway point. That got interesting for a second there, Dominic.
Yes, it did, and it seems like our cautions come right at the halfway point. At least the last few have.
You know, we could say that's just short focus from the drivers. They can only focus for 7 or 8 laps. I don't know for sure. I'm giving the drivers a hard time. Don't know what happened. By the time we get done with this one, we'll have 20 cars ready for 30 laps. There'll be a pole dash as soon as this is over. 10 cars. I can see what the lineup is. I already know how they are going to line up for the pole dash. Somebody's going to be surprised. I don't know if he's ever had the pole for pole dash here. And I'm thinking back a very, very long ways. And I don't think he's ever had. I think he always thinks I stack it against him. And it wasn't even me tonight. He got the pole, so he may want these guys to do this every week. We'll find out after the race is over. All right. Click, Stewart, Minette, Isabel, Dacus, the top 5. Those guys, if they can stay where they are, move to the A main, but they still got 7 laps to fend off the rest of the field, and the green flag back in the air. Single file line except for Dacus. Dacus went to the high side. Everybody else stayed down on the bottom. Yellow car hanging on to 5th. He's got company now. Chase Crowder, that pink machine on the inside, is going to come out of 4. He had the spot at the line. Move Crowder into the A main. Put Dacus, Paulo, Hutchison all on the outside. Paulo and Hutchison make contact. That is 6, 7, and 8 behind. The pink car, Crowder in 5th. Dacus now working the top side. Goes in. Close slide job right there. 106 and 70 car. Very tight maneuvering right there. Coming around to 3 to go. Battle for the 5th and final transfer spot. It's still Click, Stewart, Minat, Isabel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good battle here. Caution. Once again, is Tyson Landis's car in this? 31 machine right behind the 71 right there. Down into turns 3 and 4. Went down in. He clips the barriers. Yes. And then gets clipped himself. I'm not sure who hit him right there, but it didn't look good. But that is what happened to Mr. Landis. So let's figure out what the order is going to be. They're going to have a 2-lap shootout to finish this one up. Click, Stewart, Minot, Isabel, Dacus, the top 5. Then Crowder, Paulo, Hutchison, Lamy, and Merriman inside the top 10. Schmutz and Muller in behind that. So 2-lap shootout, top of 5. Shea Paulo, the 21 machine, now right there in pouncing position to get on to Dacus. I'm not sure what Hutchison and Paulo are doing. They're trying to stay side by side here, but it's not going to work out.
You know, it's kind of interesting to see how much the track already changed just between the C main and the B main. I mean, you watch Shea Paulo, he ran the top. Most of the guys actually were running the top line in the C main. Now all the guys have elected to run that bottom line here in the B main. And you saw Dacus actually lose a couple spots because of going to that high side.
I think he tried to go in on the bottom there, and when he moved to the top, he went through the slick, and I think he spun that right rear, and he lost a bunch of momentum. He didn't keep his forward bite up, and I think that might be why he lost, because I'm seeing pretty equal forward bite from both the top and the bottom. I think we're ready to go back green. A pace truck making the hard left turn. 2 laps to go. Kevin Click on the throttle. Dacus jumped to the high side right there at the start and finish line. He's trying to make a move on Isabel, and he's got it. Move Dacus to 4th now. The 6 car, Joe Isabel, the car on the bubble. Here comes Shea Paulo deep into 3 and 4. Not going to be able to get around. Dacus now making a move for 3rd. Final lap. Click. Stewart. Dacus got a good run through 1 and 2. He's up to 3rd. Minot is 4th. Isabel is 5th. Here comes the sliders. How are they going to finish? Isabel goes. He gets into Minot at the line. Click. Stewart. Dacus, Isabel, and Minot, the top 5. Good finish in that one. Our 20-car field is set, and we will be ready for our pole dash. Going to be 10 cars. Let me move this so I can read these. I will be right back with you guys in 1 second. All right. It is going to be Nathan Davis and Zane Scott in row number 1, Newhofen and Calavoda in row number 2, Josh Steinke and Michael Sheridan in row 3, Trevor Royer and Craig Dunn in row, that was row 3. This is row 4, Royer and Dunn. And the 5th row going to be John Lopresto and Alex Stoudinger. So, like I said, the guy hasn't had the pole in a pole dash in this series or in any DSRL series that I can recall for a really long time. Nathan Davis, a lawnmower man, actually going to start up front. And he'll have his hands full. He's got Cole Newhoff and the young gun behind him. Zane Scott on his outside. Stephen Calavoda right there. I mean, all 10 of these cars potentially in this 6 laps could win this. But they are going to go green out of turn 4 this time. We will do our best to keep up with what is going on here. We do not have a live timing and scoring. We have to do this all by feel. So I'm going to watch probably the front 4 or so, 5 of these cars, and I'm going to have Dominic watch the back. And if he has to break in, he breaks in. And we'll jump to whatever he's covering. But right now, Davis and Scott on the front row going to bring us to green this time out of turn number 4. Or not. All right, waved it off one more time around.
I think we had an extra car in there, Roger. That's why they waved it
Oh,
off.
well,
It was
that,
11.
yeah. Nope, that'll do it, and that will really get race controls dander up. That driver liable to get a little bit of a penalty for the feature race. So, all right, this time out of turn number 4, 6 laps. Monday Night Thunder, race 1, pole dash, season 13, getting off to a great start. 6 laps. to determine the front 5 rows for our feature starting positions tonight. Green flag is in the air. Davis with a good jump. Newhoffen on the inside of Zane Scott, 3 wide through 1 and 2. Calavota's in the middle. Who's going to have the lead down the backstretch? Good run for all 4 cars at the front. Newhoffen shoots into the lead through turns 3 and 4. And at the line, I think Josh Steinke had that lead. Let's go back. Let's take a little bit of a look here. Newhoffen on the bottom. Shoots out in the front right there with the slide job. And I think just a little bit of net code and a little bit of cars out of shape on the slick. And we are going to have Nathan Davis get involved in this. They're going to stay green. We've missed a couple of laps right now. Steinke. I don't even know what lap they're on because I thought that would be a caution. Steinke out in front. Newhoffen now coming off the top side. He's got the lead. Zane Scott is in third. John Lepresto running in fourth. We're watching the battle for the lead. I was positive that was going to be a caution, and they stayed green. So we're watching the battle at the front. Newhoffen that time at the line. Top and the bottom look very even to me right now. This is going to be a very racy feature, it looks like. That time Newhoffen got a good run out of turn 2, and he's going to pick up the front. As they go past the start-finish line, I think that was it. Newhoffen, Steinke, and we will get the order in behind that. So they take them down to the backstretch. Royer was a part of that initial wreck. Newhoffen, Steinke, Lepresto, Sheridan, Craig Dunn, and then I believe Trevor Royer. And then we go on back further. Scott, Calavota, Dunn, and Davis. So our front 5 rows have been decided. These guys are going to get ready to advance the session. They'll get ready to bring our 30-lap A-main drivers out on the track. 20 cars for 30 laps.
Yeah, Calavota and Davis both were involved in that first lap crash as well too. There was a couple cars that went around.
Yeah, those guys got a little bit more than 2 wide right there, and a little slick, a little out of shape. That close quarters racing, you're going to have some things happen, but I'm sure those guys all understand they were racing hard. Pole dash, they were all in the feature, so they'll get them ready to go for the big race, and they'll just start where they start. All right, they are handling getting the order finalized. It looks like just 1 or 2 more cars to put into that order, and then they will be advancing. Race 1 tonight. Second race will come up right after this one. We will start getting that one ready to go here just shortly. They will be at Charlotte for race number 2. So, feature time, 30 laps. We are about to start running down through, if I can find my cursor, we are about to start running down through the order. We will jump all the way to row number 6. Richie Preston on the inside of Larry Moody. Row number 7 is going to be Mason Hannigan, the 1 car, the 54 of John Batista. In the 8th row, Jason Giblin, the 9 car, Kevin Click, the 25. Jeff Stewart of the 72 car on the inside of row number 9 with Jesse Dacus in the outside position on that row. And on the back row, the 6 car, Joe Isabel outside, Jason Minat. We know it is Cole Newhoffen in row number 1. He starts pole position tonight. Josh Steinke on his outside. Row 2 going to be John Lopresto and Michael Sheridan. The 3rd row, Craig Dunn and Trevor Royer. Row 4, Stephen Calavoda and Zane Scott. And in the 5th and final row, Nathan Davis on the inside. Alex Stoudinger will be on the outside. They will take the green. And they will stay at pace speed for 1 or 2 laps while they rearrange the front of this field. Once they do that, at the end of lap 3, they will turn it over to the pole sitter. He will start the feature. Once that happens, iRacing will call all the cautions. 30 green flag laps. We'll talk to the top 3 finishers at the end of feature number 1. And we'll get ready to re-rack it and do it again. You ready for a second race? First one was pretty good so far.
Well, we're not done yet. There could be a lot more excitement, but let's get through this A main, and then we'll worry about that second race.
All right.
Green flag, green flag.
All right. They are going to rearrange the front 5 rows. Takes about a lap and a half to do that. And then they will turn it over. 1 more pace lap to get the field completely squared away and straight. We will go racing. I am sure that race controls remind these guys, give before take. Everybody will get through this thing nice and smooth. And to have a lot of luck and have a good time out there. Field is in order now. Newhoffen and Steinke, Lopresto and Sheridan, Dunn and Royer, and Davis and Scott. Alex Stoudinger outside of the next row, Richie Preston. So 1 more time around for these guys. They will go green. Not this time out of turn 4, but the next time. Field looks like it is right. It'll be time for the A main. Dirt Slingers, Monday Night Thunder. Season 13, the season opener for the Vic Series here. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't forget, YouTube, Twitch, any of the Facebook pages. Say hi. We can see you. Green coming this time out of turn number 4. All right, Newhoffen ready to jump on the loud pedal right here, turn 4. Green flag is out. We are racing 30 laps. The feature in race number 1 tonight. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Sheridan was in the middle. Lopresto on the bottom. Steinke on the top. Everybody chasing Newhoffen. See Trevor Royer, the red and white 90 car, is sitting there in the 4th spot. Wasting no time. 2 wide, 6 deep at least right there. Still Newhoffen out in front. Starting to get away just a little bit. We'll see if Steinke can run him down. Sheridan keeping the pressure on the inside of the 80 car. The 15 running right down on the bottom and able to keep pace with the guys up on the top. Trevor Royer has moved into 4th. John Lopresto back to 5th. Here comes Zane Scott up on the top side. Craig Dunn looks like he was trapped in the middle for just a second. Now he goes side by side with Lopresto, moving forward a spot. Put Craig Dunn, the flying Aussie, up to the 5th position. Lopresto back to 6th. Then Scott Preston, Nathan Davis having a battle back here with Richie Preston for 8th and 9th. Mason Hannigan running in the 10th spot, top 10, inching themselves away a little bit. Kevin Click, hands full with Larry Moody and Jeff Stewart back there. You got a couple 3 cars out of commission right now. Stoudinger, Calavoda, and Dacus all out. So 17 cars still on the track. 6 laps into our feature race. Cole Newhoffen has stretched it out to 0.2 of a second over Josh Steinke. Steinke not going to give up on that. He is going to try to close the gap. Does so about 3 car lengths that time by. Still Sheridan in the third, running on the bottom, but Trevor Royer now finding speed on the top side. 90 car working the top shelf to perfection, and he is in a drag race down to turn 1 with Michael Sheridan on the inside. Craig Dunn right behind that, and Craig Dunn running a unique line, running right through the middle here. Not really losing any ground to the 2 cars in front of him, but not really gaining any either. I think he's going to wait and see how that shakes out. If they go get in single file, he'll pick a different line, and then he will start trying to run them down one at a time. 57 car sitting in the 5th spot. Everybody chasing Newhoffen. Now, Steinke goes to the basement. Couldn't make it run that time. Couldn't get around. Just didn't have the drive out of 4. Loses about 7 car lengths through 1 and 2. He went from the bottom to the top, and I think when he went through the slick, he really had to pedal the car, and it cost him quite a bit. Made a good run at Newhoffen. 10 down. 20 to go. Still a battle, 3rd and 4th. Sheridan and Royer side by side. Neither car has an advantage there. See Sheridan in on the bottom side. He is keeping all 4 tires down there where the grip is at. Royer keeping the right sides up against the cushion. Keeping that thing wound up. Newhoffen, 0.6, almost 0.7 ahead of Steinke now. Steinke starting to lose some ground. Best battle on the track, 3rd and 4th. Trevor Royer on the top, Michael Sheridan on the bottom. Now Craig Dunn in 5th, trying to find his way back in contact with 4th as Royer takes 3rd away from Sheridan. Lepresto still 6th. Preston, Scott, Hannigan, Davis, your top 10. Coming up quickly on the halfway point. Newhoffen. Gap starting to close just a little bit. Down to 0.4 of a second. Halfway that time by. Newhoffen, Steinke, Sheridan, 1, 2, 3. Dunn now has worked his way beside Trevor Royer. Royer went from running 3rd. Now looks like he might be 5th when they come out of turn 4. Give Craig Dunn the 4th spot. Michael Sheridan all the way back to 3rd. He stayed married to the bottom the entire event. Is now starting to close in on Josh Steinke just a little bit. Steinke holding steady, 4 to 5/10 behind Newhoffen. Now Steinke going to go to the bottom. Dunn up to 4th, Royer 5th, Lepresto still 6th, then Preston, Scott, Hannigan, and Davis. 17 cars still out here. Under 12 to go. Going to be 11 this time by. Steinke now starting to close the gap. Got it down to 1/4 of a second, running a completely different line. Not on the very bottom, not on the very top, kind of in the middle. Got up alongside at the exit of 2. Showed Newhoffen that he was there. See where he is at the exit of 4. He has the lead. Newhoffen got loose off the top. That gives the lead to Steinke. Now Sheridan gets around. Newhoffen back to 3rd. Cole Newhoffen went from the lead to 3rd, and he's got his hands full with the flying Aussie Craig Dunn right there running through the middle, and he sees Steinke making it work. He is trying to do the same. So shakeups at the front. Steinke out to the front. Sheridan, position number 2. Newhoffen in 3. Craig Dunn running 4th. John Lepresto running 5th. He has got pressure back again from Trevor Royer. Royer's trying to work this top side. Inside 10 to go. Now Dunn gets around Newhoffen. Move Craig Dunn into third. First caution of the feature. Larry Moody was getting away slow there. We'll go back and see 73 car right up behind Nathan Davis. That's 10th and 11th. Into the corner. He got into the back of the 36. Now he turns him back around, gets him facing forward. But a little too late on that deal. Caution was already out. So, pretty exciting first about 23 laps of this thing, right?
Yeah, I'll let you catch your breath. Been action-packed pretty much all 26 laps. It felt like the first 10 laps were 20 laps. I looked down at the lap counter, and I thought we were about 20 laps in with how much action was going on. And we were only 10 laps in. But Newhoffen's had some trouble. He put that outside wall with that right rear. That's why he fell back to third, and he's been struggling to keep it off the wall the last couple laps.
Well, you know, you run up there on the very hairy edge, and sometimes when it jumps over, it's kind of like you just repeat that offense over and over again until you figure it out or you change your line completely. Right now, it's Steinke, Calavota, Sheridan, Dunn, Newhoff your top 5. Then Lepresto, Royer, Preston, Scott, and Hannigan in your top 10.
So, and then the other things, Calavota didn't make the call, but Dacus, I believe, was the one that was in the pole dash, so that's why he's not in here. And watched Alex Staudinger, he got pushed into the outside wall right off the start, so that's why he dropped off right away.
Okay. Well, I do believe that the lights were off on the pace truck. We're going to have 7 laps to go. Wow, that is uncomfortable. They're going to go back to green. All right, here, pace truck is in. Steinke on the throttle. Back underway. Just 7 laps to go. Single file through the start-finish line. Then they start to fan out. You saw Newhoffen go to the top. Lepresto went to the bottom. That's a battle for 4th and 5th. Still Steinke, Sheridan, Dunn, your top 3. And then Lepresto, now Newhoffen finds the fence again, but that car rocketed out of turn 2, even though he bumped the fence right there. He is back into 4th. 11 car, all kinds of out of shape. Doesn't seem to be slowing him down a lot, but 3 wide into 1 and 2. Royer was between Lepresto and Newhoffen. Now Newhoffen finds the fence. That's going to be pressure again. He's going to lose 2 spots. Move him back to 6th. Move Royer ahead of Lepresto for the time being. We're down to 4 to go. Still at the front, down on the bottom. Steinke, then Sheridan. Dunn was in the middle. That's your top 3. Royer, Lepresto, Newhoffen, and that battle for 4th is very good, side by side. Now Royer takes the advantage heading into 1 and 2, shuts the door on Lepresto that time, put him solidly in there. I saw Jeff Stewart get out of shape. Richie Preston went by. Caution once again. Don't know who that's for. Could it be the 31 or the 37 of Zane Scott? We'll go take a look at what happened to Zane. He was behind all that contact. There were 3 wide in 1 and 2. He comes out of there. He and Isabel make a little contact. I'm not sure if Isabel knew he was coming down the hill. Isabel was coming up just a little bit. That looked like a little bit of racing contact to me. No real intent. A little bit of harm. So we will have a 2-lap shootout to wrap this one up. All righty. Steinke, Sheridan, Dunn, Royer, Lepresto, Preston, Stewart, Newhoffen, Batista, and Hannigan. Your top 10 with 2 to go. Green next time out of turn 4. Josh Steinke going to pick up where he left off last season. He won the season finale. And it looks like he is going to pick up a right there. If he can hang on through this one. All right, pace truck headed in. 2-lap shootout to close out the first A main of the season. Green flag back in the air. Steinke got a good jump. It is going to be hard for Sheridan to come and get him now. Craig Dunn, third place. Had Royer looking on the inside. White flag out of turn 4-1. More time around. Steinke, Sheridan, Dunn, 1, 2, 3. They're going to head down the backstretch. Final time. Looks like this is going to be an easy cruise to victory for Mr. Josh Steinke. He's going to open the season well. He's going to have Michael Sheridan and the Flying Aussie Craig Dunn up on the podium with him. We will talk to those three drivers here in just a couple of moments. So we are going to start moving them around. Grabbing them and bringing them into a channel. And I will find Michael Sheridan and get him up here too. As soon as they get them parked on the front stretch, we will get ready to interview. And as soon as we're done with that, we will get these guys over to the second race. We'll take a short pause in between, get everything re-racked and set back up. We will come back and get you guys ready to go. We're just waiting for Mr. Sheridan to get the car squared away so we get a good pause right there. That looks really good. We will get Craig Dunn ready to go. Hope everybody's enjoyed the show thus far. Let's get our guys in here one at a time. Craig Dunn, you there, buddy? Craig Dunn. Oh, I heard a pop. That must mean that he's got something going. We see the light, but we don't hear the sound, sir.
You got me, mate?
Got you now, buddy. Great run for you tonight. Way to open up the season. A little bit of a podium deal going on here, man. You worked hard to get that. Talk to us about this feature and how hard it was to run third there.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good, mate. I just sort of, I don't know, I found a rhythm hitting those marbles sort of thing, and I thought I'd just stay there and run the rest of the feature there, mate, and it worked out, and yeah, happy to get a podium.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of good battles there. It looked like you picked a very unique line, something I don't see a lot of guys do here, and you were running right through the middle. What did you find there that helped you work your way forward?
I seen a bit of the fluff that gets thrown up from the bottom, mate, and I thought, well, I'll just try there, and it seemed to work, and I thought I was catching the guys, you know, in the lead there, and I thought I'll just keep at it, and I just kept slowly working my way up and just following those marbles, mate, and it seemed to work all right, so I just kept it there, and yeah, just try and hit my marks. I've been running no mirror now lately, so it's a little easier to hit your marks, and you're not focused on other stuff, so yeah.
Well, it's a great way to start the season. Are we going to see you racing for the championship this year?
Mate, I hope so. It's just the time difference here in Australia, mate, and with work and commitments and things like that, it's hard to commit every single week and every single race, but I would love to, for sure. DSRL is one of those premier leagues that everyone would love to run in.
All right, man. Well, I'm sure you got a lot of people to thank before we let you go celebrate. You're ready for race number 2, so it's all yours, buddy.
Yeah, obviously, Roger, you guys for putting it on. Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Relief, all the guys in the Wicked Cushion family, man, they do a great job for dirt racing. Obviously, all the teammates at Team SETI. Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Hopefully, we get to see you in race 2 here in just a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully, Roger. I've got to go to work soon, mate, so hopefully.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats again, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, mate.
All right, your third place finisher, Craig Dunn. Let's move over here to second. Get Mr. Sheridan in channel. Michael Sheridan, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, a hell of a battle you had there with Steinke and a couple other guys through this thing, but you come home second tonight. Talk to us about running this feature, and ended up on the second step of the podium.
Glad to be in second, but still disappointed I didn't get the top spot. It kind of got to the point where it was just a one-lane track. I knew there wasn't much up top, and I was gaining on those guys at the start. And then once Josh moved down, I knew I just needed him to make a mistake, and he's too good to make a mistake like that where I needed to capitalize. So I knew I just had to hope that it was going to happen, but I wasn't counting on it. And then I just had to maintain where I was at, and it is what it was.
Still a fantastic run and a good way to start the season. I am sure we are going to see you racing for the points title this year.
That's the plan, to try to repeat if I can.
Well, you're going to have to catch and get around that 80 car. I am sure that guy picked up right where he left off last season, but you had a fantastic run tonight. I'm sure you got plenty of people to thank, and we'll let you get ready for race number 2.
Yeah, thanks to my teammates with the Brent Marks Racing Sim team. Thanks to Babs Auto Supply, M&M Painting and Construction, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, Alkaline 88, Nice Crete and Concrete, Wicked Cushion, R.E. Pearson Construction Company, Wolfront Landscapes. Thanks to DSRL for putting this on, Dirt Racing Network for broadcasting. Signing up, signs, Scott King Designs, Tim Sims, Wicked Cushion, you, Roger, for broadcasting again. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you in race number 2 and more throughout the season, buddy. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Second place finisher, Michael Sheridan. And like I said, this guy is picking up right where he left off last season. And we'll see what he thinks about that. Josh Steinke, are you there, buddy?
Gotcha, Roger.
Well, man, I said it a minute ago, and I say it again. You're picking up right where you left off last season. You come home with a victory tonight to open the season. Talk to us about this feature race and starting out season number 13 on top in the points.
Yeah, it's definitely a good feeling to win the first night of the season. That's exactly where I wanted to be, and hopefully to keep it up here. But I ended up with a killer qualifying lap, good heat race. Michael Sheridan was on my butt in that, and he was in my butt in the feature. He was fast all night, so props to him. But was able to just keep it up front. Got started 5th, I think, in the dash. Got up to 2nd. I thought I could have got him on the bottom. Wasn't quite able to get him. And it was kind of like that in the beginning of the feature, where I just couldn't get around Newhoffen for the first 10, 14 laps or so, whatever it was. I was just trying to find bite, trying to find different lines. It's not like I was losing him by a whole lot. Probably lost him by like 0.4 of a second, probably at max. I don't know. But and then I was able to reel him back in again, and all of a sudden I just saw that the bottom looked pretty good, and I'm normally a cushion runner, and I just wasn't able to keep it up there that smooth. I don't know if I was just being bad on the throttle or what, but it was getting pretty treacherous up there. Went to the bottom, was able to throw it in the turn pretty hard. As soon as I got off the gas, the car had grip. Just drove right out of the turn exactly the way I wanted it to, and kept it down there pretty much the majority of the race after that, and it definitely seemed like I was the fastest car on the track.
Yeah, you kept running up onto the 11 car there of Newhoffen, and finally, big mistake for him. He clips the wall coming out of 4. You got the lead, and from then you never looked back. It was an awesome run. You're starting off the season on top in the points, and I know you're going to run for the title. You already got just about all the crown jewels out of this league. So what can we expect to see from the 80 car for the rest of the year?
Definitely running for the point series in both of the 360s and 410s at DSRL. Hopefully I have some strong runs and just get better and just put the practice in. But I got to thank my teammates and all the guys at Black Diamond for putting in all the support and getting us here where we're at. And we're finally picking up on quick times. And a lot of the good drivers like to show up. We're still very competitive, and just been fun running lately.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on picking up the season opener for season 13. I'm sure you're going to be here for the second race, so maybe we'll get a chance to holler at you then.
Yep, sounds good, Roger.
All right, your winner, race number 1, Josh Steinke. We are going to wrap things up here. Get ready to set up the other server. Shut this thing down for just a few minutes. We'll be back with race number 2 here just shortly. But for myself and Dominic Santina here at the Dirt Racing Network, guys, keep it dirty. We'll be back here in about 5 to 10 minutes. And if not, come and see us on Wednesday night for the new Wednesday Night Warriors Ump Series. And then Thursday, Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaws start back up. That is the big time money series. Those guys took home over $4,600 in cash alone last season. Not to mention all the prizes, so they're going to come back and try to rack them up, do them again. See if Cameron Merriman can defend the championship in that series. But for right now, that is going to do it for us. We will see you guys here in just a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you see